that big transfer story affecting Manchester City. Barcelona agreeing a deal that could total £55 million with City to sign Ferran Torres. The Spanish club will pay £46.7 million initially and a further £8.5 million in add-ons. Just under £6 million of those add-ons are said to be more or less guaranteed. It means City will have made at least £27 million on a player they bought from Valencia for around £20 million in 2020. They haven't paid any of the agreed add-ons to Valencia due to the limited time he spent at the Etihad. But Barcelona agreeing a deal that could total £55 million to sign Ferran Torres from Manchester City. So it's a deal that's going to raise lots of eyebrows. Let's head to Bilbao and our Spanish football expert Alvaro Montero. Alvaro, good evening to you. Lots of fans wondering how can Barca possibly make a deal like this with the financial state they're in?
Hi, Nick. Good afternoon. It's a good question, not only for Barca fans, but for everybody in the world of football. Well, we have to say three things. First of all, as you said, there's a bank credit for Football Club Barcelona. Two, in fact, after Joan Laporta arrived, there's a credit signed with Goldman Sachs. And in the last weeks, Football Club Barcelona has leaked to people from the press that they've got some savings. That means a little bit of cash, but of course not enough to pay that amount of money. Second, and important things to say, they believe that in Football Club Barcelona, a good agreement with Manchester City. That means good payment conditions. So let's say, for instance, for example, Barca will play these transfers, those famous, as you said, £25 million and 10 in bonus, not in 1 or 2 years, but maybe in 3, in 4, or in 5 years, is an example. And third, an important thing to say is how it's going to register the player Football Club Barcelona if they are not accomplishing right now the FIFA, the fair play, the La Liga fair play. Dani Alves, for instance, is going to be registered after Sergio Kun Agüero left, after his medical problems, so he left a few days ago. And to fulfill this situation, Barca believes inside the club, they believe that 1 or 2 players may leave. So let's say, for example, Umtiti has to leave, or another player, because if not, it will be very difficult for Football Club Barcelona to do these rules of the La Liga fair play. And with this financial situation, it's going to be extremely tricky, for sure.
Significant transfer coup is this for Barca, given where they are now, to bring in a current Spain international from a multiple title-winning club like Manchester City?
Yeah, exactly. And we have to say that it's an important player for the Spanish national team for the future. And Barcelona believes, after Xavi's arrival, that it's going to be the future of the club. Because what we have to say that when Football Club Barcelona signed Xavi Hernandez as his new coach, the very first thing Xavi said is that he wants this kind of player. He wants Ferran Torres. If he arrives to Football Club Barcelona, it's not only because of the desire of Mateu Alemany or Joan Laporta, but for sure, 100%, because it's Xavi Hernandez, new coach, desire. So if Ferran Torres arrives finally, as it seems, and it's going to be announced in the next days to Football Club Barcelona, it's thanks to Xavi, for sure.
So exactly, is this and all the other things you mentioned about possible incomings and outgoings a sign of how much of a revolution Xavi wants to effect as the new coach?
Yeah, if they believe Ferran Torres is the future, yes. We have to remember that in the last weeks, in the last days, Xavi Hernandez has for sure bet on young players. We're speaking about Gavi, we're speaking about Abde, we're speaking about young players that are doing good things in Football Club Barcelona. Nico, which is the son of Fran, former Deportivo de La Coruña, Spanish national team players. We are talking about 17, 18, 19-year-old players. So Xavi is doing that. He's doing a revolution inside the club, believing that maybe this year it's impossible to win a title, but at least to form and to construct with these young players the future of the club. And if you ask Xavi Hernandez, which is one of those players he doesn't have in the club, in the team, for sure, he will answer Ferran Torres. And that's why he has bet and he has asked the club to make this economical effort to sign one of those players they believe is going to be the future, as I said, not only of the Spanish national team, but of this new Football Club Barcelona with Xavi Hernandez as a manager, as a coach.
Alvaro, thank you very much indeed. Very much enjoying that tree behind you. Merry Christmas from London.
Merry Christmas. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.